Tom Doherty could barely watch in the end because Chris Barnes needed a double to try to beat him after Doherty had a huge lead. Emotional reaction for Tom. He does advance 193-169 over Chris Barnes. Time for the Ebonite flashback. Like father, like son, the theme for last year's PBA Wolf Open. Wild hairdo, stylish wardrobe of Kyle Troop, son of PBA Tour champion Guppy Troop, took center stage, won his first PBA title. Starting as a 3 seed, he watches Colombia's Andres Gomez beat Tommy Jones in match 1. Match 2 saw Gomez struggle as Kyle beat the 2-time tour winner. Match number 3, a little tougher for Kyle. Battled 5-time PBA titleist Bill O'Neill, eventually winning to advance to the title match against the number 1 seed Marshall Kent in a match that featured the 2014 Rookie of the Year Marshall Kent against Troop. Kyle put the pressure on early, kept it on to seal the victory and become the 4th father-son tandem to win on the PBA Tour. That was some event for Kyle Troop, going all the way to the championship at last year's PBA Wolf Open. Survives emotional turmoil in the second match. Bill, what's that like? You have a huge lead. You see Chris Barnes have a chance to win, but you survive. Now what's Tom's mindset like?
I would be out there thinking I'm playing on house money. So I'm just going to... He knows what he has to do. He has to keep his hand at the back, but he's got to throw it slow. Just like that.
Just like that.
I got a feeling it's going to take a little more than 190 to beat this guy.
We haven't had a 200 game yet, and this is an extremely
Just a
high-scoring
funny
oil
feeling.
pattern. The players averaged over 230 throughout the week to get to this point. And I think Tom Doherty's right. I think he's going to have to bowl better than 190 to beat this man.
From Orange, New South Wales, Australia. Future Hall of Famer. 8th-year pro. Jason Bell. Nice carry, good start.
This is where his advantage comes into play on a pattern like this now, where you see how wet dry they're getting, where his ball roll gives his hand at the back of it, and his rev rate allows it to smooth that out a little bit.
Look at that position at the top of the backswing, and then all that power created with the bent elbow and the cupped wrist. And then he just unleashes at the bottom like throwing a yo-yo, a 15-pound yo-yo off the end of his hand.
Jason's lost a little weight, looks good. Eating better, working out more.
Oh, that's unlucky.
4-pin, good shot.
It's always funny when you're in the back now and you see things differently. Like he thought that was unlucky. I thought it was a bad shot. So, but when you're in the moment, you always think it's better than what it really is.
That's right. Different perspective, Bill, for you here in the booth.
Yeah.
We appreciate you joining us today. There's the mark for Belmo. Lost about 20 pounds, he said, and feels great. Randy told you he's back, right?
I asked him a couple nights ago. I said, "Are you back?" He goes, "I'm back, mate."
That's bad news for Tom Doherty and the rest of the PBA.
I mean, Bill would know. Bill and Jason are tour roommates.
Strike for Doherty. His opinions are strong, and he's never afraid to let you hear them. Tune into the Doug Gottlieb Show, presented by Sleep Number. Weekdays at 3 Eastern. Doug turns the sports world on its head. Right here on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.
Yeah,
Perfect against Belmo.
He's kind of Belmonte's kryptonite. He's never lost to Jason on television. And they've had some good verbal battles back and forth in those 3 matches.
10 push, right into that 1-3 pocket. Trenches, 10 down.
He makes sure he lets Jason know every chance he gets that he's 3-0 against him on TV too. There's not anything Jason says to him he'll come back with, but you can't beat me on TV.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Belmo's career 37-20 record on TV. 34th appearance comes today. His average over 214. 112 PBA Tour titles.
Nope.
Crossing over, Brooklyn strike.
Bill, what have you seen different throughout the fall series that we didn't see the first half of the year from Jason?
You know, I think that our expectations of him are so high that it makes it seem like, oh, he's bowling bad, but really we bowled the 3 majors and he made one of the shows and he finished in the top 10 at the Masters. You know, it's impossible to make every single show, and that's what he was doing for so long. That when he doesn't, it's like, oh, what's wrong? But really, it's just nothing.
Right.
It's not. You can't continue to have that kind of success over and over again.
Saw that very unconventional approach, and then the arsenal for Belmo.
Going with the fight.
Fourth frame, and hurry, wow! Pin action across the deck, down goes number 10.
Well, you may not see a faster messenger than this. I mean, this is just filthy.
That shot qualifies as our Barbasol close shave of the day.
Watch the head pin. Oh, that's just dirty. Yeah, Doherty, unfazed. He's just going to get up there and throw his little urethane pitter-patter down there and start with the front 4.
Wow. You mentioned no one's bowled 200 yet on this show. 198 for Tom in the first match against Simonson. 193 in the second against Barnes. But he's off to a great start. But it looks like he really has figured things out with the front 4.
Yeah, I think he knows that he has to get. I keep saying he's got to make sure he's slow and his hands up the back of it. And I think he's, as long as he does that, he projects it right. He's got a good ball reaction.
Try that again.
I think it's funny how it always works out in matches where you play to your opponent. So when Barnes was struggling, all of a sudden Doherty starts struggling, and he knows that he's got to bowl a bigger game against Belmonte here. So that's what he's doing.
Looking to stay perfect. How about the front? You bet.
He can't beat me.
60 feet to success for Tom Doherty.
You hear what he said,
He's pretty confident, Bill.
He said he can't beat me today, right? Is that what he
He said
said?
he can't beat me.
Yeah.
Perfect on TV. Right, 3-0.
His ball reaction's way better. Belmo's is going to have to rely on a lot of light mixer strikes, and his ball's having a hard time getting flush, so he's going to need to get lucky here, I think.
What's the most critical for Belmonte? Is it speed?
He's got to get it to the right.
Saw the numbers for Belmo. Heading in finals.
No.
Like that
Tap on it a
2-4
little
pin
bit.
stance.
He's got to have more things happen for his shot to go flush than Doherty does. He's got to be slower. His hands at the back, but he's got to get it further right than that, which seems kind of crazy to say because it looks like it's almost in the gutter. But
Right.
He's got to get it at least another board to the right.
There's the mark. Belmo told us yesterday really couldn't concentrate too much on trying to win Player of the Year again because without the titles yet, heading into the fall swing. Now, successful fall swing, he gets in the conversation. Bill, you're his roommate. What's his mental approach been like the last few weeks?
It's really good. It's always really good. I mean, he knows how good he is, so he doesn't ever lack for confidence. And I don't say that in a bad way.
Sixth frame. Needs it. 4-pin.
That silly pin.
You just see how lazy the ball is down the lane when you don't get it all the way to the gutter, and that's what happens when the urethane balls go down there. When Tom's ball is making it worse for Jason.
All right, within reason now, of course, wouldn't ask too much background info, but you're his roommate. What can you tell us about Belmo that people don't know? So maybe a funny fact.
He lets me do everything.
Okay.
Like I have, not lets me, I have to do everything. So if I don't wake him up in the morning,
Oh,
tell
okay,
him what
so you
time
got to
we're
take care of
bowling.
Belmo then.
Yes.
I got you.
That's why a lot of times
Wow.
That's why a lot of times I don't room with him, because sometimes I have to just get away.
That's
Keep
good
this thing
stuff.
going here, guys, and not break, because Tom Doherty is on a perfect game as he heads into the 6th, looking to go halfway home. If someone bowls a perfect 300 today, they take home $10,000. There's 6.
You know, it's interesting in watching his ball reaction, Bill. He doesn't have to get it to the gutter to get it to hook. He's going so much straighter through the front. In fact, if he does get it too far to the right, it hangs. Look how much straighter he's going with the urethane and how much better and more consistent his ball reaction is.
And I think that was left at target as well. So I think his ball reaction is incredible right now.
There's Bill O'Neill. Threw a 300 at the PBA Wolf Open.
6 of them this week
Not bad.
on this oil pattern.
How many
Dave?
300s for you now total? You must have the count.
No idea.
You don't, Randy?
For me,
Yes.
75.
75.
Yeah.
It's an older players count their 300s. Younger guys don't care.
Wow. So you're saying you have more than
Okay.
75?
No, I have less.
Oh, okay. We're going to go there now.
But we're there, Randy.
Another one. There's the end of that streak and the 10 pin, but a good shot for Tom Doherty. Still a big lead into the 7th frame.
That's pretty much exactly what you were talking about there. He got it all the way to probably about the 2nd board, and it just didn't. The urethane ball doesn't have enough juice to get all the way back.
I'm sorry, are you talking to me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm still trying to get over the last comment. You probably don't know how to keep score. See, I grew up where you had to keep your own score.
All right. We're going to take a break and let these two guys work this out.
Check out the front part of the lane there where you can see where Doherty's playing. He's playing in between 1st and 2nd arrow, and Belmonte's track is left of that. The front part of the lane, and that blue oil is starting to come off. And there it is.
Wow. Right into that 1-3 pocket, crunching all 10 pins back into the pit. Big shot of the 7th for Belmo.
A little farther right down lane, Bill O'Neill on that shot there, but watch this, the front part of the lane. You can see that his laydown's right around 15, and then just left a 2nd arrow out to about 2.
Looked like a little bit slower as well than the last couple shots in that lane.
Yeah, and that can't be a bad thing, right?
Don't
No,
believe
he
any of
has
the
to.
lies William is telling you. Okay? I know there's lies up there, I know.
I think that was for you, Bill.
Good luck in the 4th, William.
Young William.
I only speak truths.
The roommates. What do you got to say to Belmo?
I only speak the truth. That's it.
Oh, I love the interaction. That's fantastic. We're up here. He's down there. Great setup here at the arena, as it's known. Ball lane. Yes, indeed, Belmo. Big shot.
Great move.
He still has a possible 247, but Tom Doherty's going at 249 right now. He's going to need a little help, and in my opinion, Jason will have to strike out to have any chance. But Tom Doherty, with another double in the 8th and 9th and a clean 10th frame, he'll move on to the title match.
Wow, ringing 10 pin. Nice looking shot.
I also think he knows that after what happened at the last match, if he feels like if he can put a little heat on him there with that double, you know, it's possible that Doherty doesn't finish it out here.
Doherty much more focused in this match against Belmonte versus the last match with Barnes, and he was a lot more playful and much more serious in this match. Look out!
Whoa, he whiffs on the 10. Just as Randy was saying how locked in he was, it's an open frame to open the door for Jason Belmonte.
What are you rushing for? What the heck was that?
Oh man.
Strike here and a double in the 10th frame. He still locks out Belmonte, but that was an inexcusable whiff there.
Does come through. That's a nice rebound off the open frame.
It's a great shot after a missed spare, and looked like he was rushing a little bit to take that next shot as well.
You really see his fingers up the back of that bowling ball, Bill, and he lets go of it.
He's throwing it really good right
Yeah.
now. Other than that spare, I mean, this has been a great game.
Now can Belmonte apply the pressure? He strikes out. He'll force Doherty to double in the 10th.
Canadian Francois Lavoie awaits the winner. Belmo. You bet. Another.
Great shot there by Jason Belmonte, setting up the 10th frame. Boy, that hand was up the back there, wasn't it, Bill?
He knows exactly what he has to do now, and this is what Hall of Fame caliber players do on TV. You know, they figure it out and they make the best shots they can down the end of games.
Now it's making the shots here in the 10th and getting the pins to cooperate. 3 here forces Doherty to get 2.
It's left.
How often do you see him fall off a shot when it's a good shot?
quick,
Not
man.
very often, and he fell off of that shot.
Quick.
Yeah, he didn't look comfortable. And as soon as he let it go, it was left off his hand. It didn't get all the way to the desired hook spot there.
You heard him say it, too quick.
There was a lot of bad there. He fell off it, he threw it hard, and he missed left. So
Agreed. Spare strike will force Doherty to mark.
One of 4 to win the PBA Player of the Year. Kishenko, POY, 3 straight years.
Gotta let it roll.
Mark Roth, Walter Ray Williams Jr., Earl Anthony, legends all trying for another victory here today. Won't be easy. Tom Doherty's going to step up in the 10th with a chance to wrap it up.
strike here is still important. Get your strike here 9 out to tie instead of a win.
Late nudge on the 7th pin. Does strike. We finish at 225.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Doherty, any mark, he's going to bowl for the title.
How about a top? Yes!
Yeah! He can't beat me!
Tom Doherty has done it again against Jason Belmonte. He is 4-0 against Belmo, who is not amused by that exclamation.
How would you respond to that, Bill?
He lost. There is no response. What are you gonna do? He has every right to make that claim. He got up there and beat him. And Jason knows that he had a chance to put a lot of heat on him there, and he didn't do it. And shake the guy's hand and try to beat him next time.
Any ill will between the two?
No, none. There's always ill will when you're competing, though. Off the lanes are fine.
There's the handshake, and there's the final. 255-225, and Tom Doherty, with only one career PBA Tour title at 41 years old, his 15th year on the PBA Tour, is one match away now from a championship.
I don't think so.
And this is the shot that wrapped it up.
Yeah! He can't beat me!
What a run through our show here today in suburban Detroit for Tom Doherty from outside Tampa. Front 6 and 9 strikes overall as he knocks off the 3-time PBA Player of the Year, Jason Belmonte, by 30 pins. Now we'll take on Francois Lavoie, our top seed from Quebec City and a former star at Wichita State. Great run as a shocker in collegiate bowling. And we spoke with Francois about his decision to join the PBA Tour.
I would say as far as lane play goes, the transition is a lot different here on tour than it is in other amateur or international tournaments that I've bowled, even collegiate tournaments. The transition happens a lot quicker, and the moves are different too. The moves you need to make to adjust to that transition, they're a lot different. A lot of times you have to open up your angles a little more, and that's something that I've struggled with in the past, and so I'm kind of learning as I go here, trying to do that better.